In the previous episode, In-ha went to the hacker's place, Sianu-1. In-ha says that he is Taeo's rat. And In-ha also said that Taeo was dead. Sianu asks if In-ha will kill him too. Then someone pointed a gun at him. It turned out to be his foreign friend. The foreigner was paid by In-ha to threaten Sianu to find Taeo's whereabouts. He pointed a gun at Sianu to carry out his orders. But what happened was Sianu grabbed the gun. Sianu says that no matter how much In-ha pays, half of it is Sianu's. Huiju is confused by the news of Taeo's escape from prison. Then he found out Taeo's whereabouts by contacting Kanggo's legal team.
찾아주세요.
Haiwan's mother made a promise with Haiwan to ask her daughter for money. Then Haiwan gave her the money, but he asked to find someone professional. Her mother would easily find that person for her. Haiwan would give her double if she could find that person tomorrow. Her mother was confused about who Haiwan was actually looking for. Then she called In-ha to find out who it was.
강서방 혹시 알아?
Taeo back to the night of the murder. He saw that Inju had been stabbed and Bona was being stabbed by a man. Then he saw someone wearing shoes that had iron guards. And it turns out that person is Kong In-ha. Taeo woke up and was shocked by what he had just seen. Is it true that In-ha is there? Then someone came in to see Taeo. He is Chairman Kong Jong-mo. Taeo asked what actually happened. The chairman replied that without his help Taeo would have died. Because there is someone who is after Taeo's life. The chairman started to follow Moo Ji-jun and In-ha. Taeo tells the chairman that he wasn't the one who killed his son, Kong In-ju. And when it happened, In-ha was there. Haiwan got a call from her mother. Then Haiwan came to a quiet place. And when Haiwan called her mother, a man came. And the man showed a picture of the person Haiwan was looking for. But suddenly the person covered Haiwan in silence until Haiwan fainted. Haiwan was shocked when she woke up with her hands and feet tied. It turns out that In-ha did that to Haiwan. Haiwan asked how much her mother received after selling her. In-ha also asked why Haiwan was looking for Taeo. Haiwan was sure Taeo didn't run away because he had no reason to. In-ha felt very angry because Haiwan had deceived him. Taeo received treatment from Chairman Jong-mo's personal doctor. Then Taeo went to the chairman and said what he was going to do with In-ha. The chairman asked Taeo to get In-ha away from Kanggo. Taeo can do anything to him. Then the chairman will return everything Taeo has. Kong In-ha meets Park Sae-jin, the previous founder of Kanggo. In-ha asks him to help In-ha become chairman of the Kanggo. Because if he becomes the chairman of the Kanggo, then they will split the Kanggo in two. At first, Park Sae-jin wasn't interested because In-ha was just Jong-mo's illegitimate child. But In-ha threatened him. In-ha says that Taeo is no longer there. And In-ha's current future strategy office will move forward with him. Become the new kingdom of Park Sae-jin.
정부 대표님 품으로 안겨드리죠.
Kong In-ha meets No Haiwan at the mental hospital. In-ha offered something to Haiwan. If Haiwan could promise one thing, In-ha would let it go. From now on Haiwan is there for Inha's sake. Like Teo before. Haiwan will be his next Teo. Haiwan had no choice. Because if she doesn't, she'll be out of there in a body bag. And Haiwan was forced to agree. Chairman Jongmo tells Teo that Inha deliberately put Haiwan in a mental hospital, but Inha let her go. Teo thinks Inha is trying to get the foundation/fund. Because Inha and Park Saijin need a lot of money to carry out the division of labor. Chairman Jongmo must get Haiwan to side with him. The Chairman Jongmo called Haiwan. He asked Haiwan to make a good judgment in choosing the side Haiwan would defend. But in return, don't stop Haiwan from doing anything. Because there are things Haiwan really has to do now. Teo meets with Chairman Jongmo and discusses Park Saijin. That Park Saijin is just a tool for Inha. Once Inha gets what she wants, Park Saijin will be removed. Teo asks the chairman to get rid of Park Saijin himself. By means of Kengo separation. Give Park Saijin half Kengo along with Kengo energy. Chairman Jongmo objected to Teo's idea, but Teo promised to return everything. No matter how the Kengo changes, Chairman Jongmo will remain the owner. Inha saw Chairman Jongmo's personal doctor walking quietly in the parking lot. When checking Teo's health, he said that Teo's blood pressure and nutritional balance were normal. So he doesn't need to come there anymore. Teo thanked the doctor. Inha suddenly came to the chairman's room and saw the doctor. Teo heard something wrong. Then they were met by Chairman Jongmo. Inha said he was fine and asked Inha not to worry about him.
쉬십시오.
While in the elevator, Inha felt something was strange. And the doctor called Chairman Jongmo that Inha seemed to already know what happened. Then Teo asked Chairman to meet Park Saijin that same evening. And Chairman Jongmo agreed. Chairman Jongmo meets with Park Saijin. They both negotiate. Park Saijin doesn't need power, he just wants Kang's descendants. Someone to be his cannon fodder and shield. And Chairman Jongmo said that the child would leave Kengo tomorrow. That he will not have any offspring. Chairman Jongmo asked if that would change Park Saijin's mind. Huiju gets a call from Kengo's legal team. He said it seemed like something was going on in the chairman's office. Because chairman prohibited people from entering and also ordered room service for 2 people. He thinks Teo is together with chairman. Then Huiju went to his father's office. He did not find his father at work. Then Huiju went to Chairman Jongmo's rest room. She was shocked to see the wine scattered on the floor. And she was even more shocked to see her father unconscious in the bathtub. Teo called Haiwan. Haiwan was ready and asked Teo to come down in 5 minutes. Then Haiwan headed to the reception area. And she was given a key, so she could access the VIP room. Then the key was transferred to Teo's hands. Teo went and entered the VIP room. It turns out that was the room where Inju and Bona were killed. Teo looked at the room and tried to remember the incident. He remembers someone stabbing Inju. And Bona recorded when they were drunk at the bar, in the car. And also, during the murder incident in the VIP room. The cell phone recorded all the events and that is evidence. It turned out that before Chairman Jong-mo fainted in the bathtub, In-ha met him first. The chairman doesn't like it because just anyone can enter his private space. In-ha also said that he was not just anyone, he was his son. But the chairman will dismiss In-ha tomorrow morning. And he will be expelled from the Kango group. Chairman said that In-ha had the heart to kill In-ju, his own brother. In-ha was asked to return everything and return to his old life. If he had gone out quietly, Chairman would not have asked In-ha to pay for what he had done. But In-ha rejected it and opposed it. Chairman was very angry and asked him to get out. He threw the wine glass at In-ha's feet. At that time his heart relapsed, and at that time the medicine fell off. The chairman fell into the bathtub. He was having difficulty breathing. In-ha holds the chairman and says that Kong Jong-mo's Kango is gone. Kong In-ha's Kango will begin. In-ha let go of his father's hand. He also drowned his father until he was unconscious. Hoo-je was in the hospital while her father was undergoing surgery. Her brother, mother and sister-in-law came and asked what happened. Hoo-je could only answer that when she came her father had fainted. Then Hai-wan came alone, and they asked, where is her husband? Hai-wan called In-ha and he was surprised to get the call.
뭐?
Finally, Chairman Jong-mo's operation was complete. The doctor said that his condition was difficult because he missed taking his heart medication. And the doctor asked the family to wait. Tae-oh meets with Prosecutor Hall Myung-jin. Prosecutor Hall was shocked because a fugitive actually met a prosecutor. But Tae-oh asked Prosecutor Hall not to misunderstand, because he doesn't want to confess. Tae-oh says that he didn't kill In-ju and there is video evidence on Shin Bona's phone. And he met Prosecutor Hall because he felt he had caused him trouble and would make up for it. Tae-oh will help him catch the real culprit. Prosecutor Hall doesn't easily accept Tae-oh's offer. He took and handcuffed Tae-oh's hands. Tae-oh says he has to make peace with the victim by catching the real culprit. This is your chance to return to being a prosecutor at the head office. Hoo-je met Hai-wan at her office. She's sure Hai-wan knows where Tae-oh is now. But Hai-wan said she didn't know where Tae-oh was at the moment. Then Hoo-je threatened to report Hai-wan. Because the last person with his father was Hon Tae-oh. Prosecutor Hall sneaks into the archives room. He looked for where the evidence was. Then after searching, he found evidence belonging to Shin Bona. And he took her cell phone. When he returned to the car, he immediately charged the cell phone. But they couldn't open it because they didn't know the password. Then Prosecutor Hall asked for help from an expert to open the cell phone. When the cell phone was accessed, it turned out that there was no video on the cell phone. He went back to the car and gave Tae-oh the cell phone. Tae-oh couldn't find anything on the cell phone. Then Tae-oh looked inside the protected folder on the phone. And finally, he found the videos. They saw the video of the stabbing of In-ju and Bona. And they saw that the killer was Moo Ji-jun. There, Tae-oh was also seen being injected with something until he became unconscious. And it turns out there is another person who came to the hotel.
어딘가로 돌아가기에
Prosecutor Hall met with his first boss and showed him the video on Bonner's cell phone. His boss said that taking the evidence would cause problems for him. Therefore, Prosecutor Hall asked his superior for help. Then his boss said to pack things and he would take care of the procedures. Teo comes to the police station and turns himself in. And Prosecutor Hall carried out his duties. He came to the company where Moo Ji-jun works. Prosecutor Hall arrests him for killing Kong In-ju and Shin Bonner. In-ha only saw it from upstairs. Kang-go's lawyer comes to the prison and meets Teo. Teo feels he doesn't have enough money to pay for a lawyer. But the lawyer said that he was asked by Chairman Jong-mo to help Teo to solve his problem.
어디서부터 시작할까요?
In-ha meets Park Sae-jin at a bar. In-ha knows that Park Sae-jin met his father. Park Sae-jin feels that his position is more interesting if he is with the owner of Kang-go rather than his illegitimate child. Because if the chairman wakes up, then In-ha will leave Kang-go according to the chairman's plan. In-ha cannot have Kang-go as long as the chairman is still alive. Sang-ju chats with his mother discussing Teo, who will be released soon. His mother asks Sang-ju not to worry, because the only person who could help him was chairman. Then his mother plans to accept Teo as their person. Prosecutor Hall interrogates Moo Ji-jun. Prosecutor Hall asks why he killed Kong In-ju and Shin Bonner. He answered, because Kong In-ju always hit and insulted him. Prosecutor Hall didn't immediately believe his answer. Prosecutor Hall feels that the murder was not his idea. Prosecutor Hall presses him on who actually ordered it. But he said it was all his idea. Teo chats with his friend in prison. Tomorrow he invites him to drink before his friend is released from prison. And that night the two of them drank in the prison room. Teo invited his friend to manage a company in Hong Kong called Gold Edge Investment. It was a shell company that Teo created, so that In-ha would become chairman. And In-ha didn't know that. Teo asked his friend to bet with Teo, instead of betting rubbish at illegal gambling houses, and took over the Great Kang-go. Finally, he got out of prison. And two of his men were waiting for him with tofu. The gangster boss met Hai-wan. He recognized Hai-wan because Hai-wan was the daughter of the woman who stole his money. Then Hai-wan explained about the Gold Edge Investment Company. Michael Chang is the founder of the company. And it turns out that Michael Chang is the gangster boss. Then Sianu came and joined them. Sianu is an ace in that field. There was a large purchase of shares. And Gold Edge Investment Company is the company with the highest share ratio. That made Sang-ju and his mother confused. And In-ha didn't like that either, and asked his assistant to find out about the company.
예.
Hon Taewa's retrial was held. Taewa's lawyer stated that a civilian was harmed. And he hopes that the results of this trial will be an opportunity for Teo to have hope for a new life. Then the judge apologized and decided that Hon Tae was not guilty. Inha knows that Teo was declared innocent and released from prison. He felt angry and asked his assistant to keep an eye on Teo.
알겠습니다, 본부장님.
Inha visited her father at the hospital at midnight. He apologized and said his father should have just died at that time, so they won't go through this twice. When Inha was about to take his father's oxygen tube, Teo suddenly stopped him.